This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to share with you the incredible new 6-pack attack roulette system by Blue Moon. He said this one is even better than his 9th Street system. I can't wait to share it with you, and today we're going to test his system up against the system that won the Bracket Challenge, Randall's system. However, it's going to be different. We're going to use smaller units and a larger bankroll so that you really have a fantastic chance to win each and every time with this system. I think you're going to really see a difference, and we're going to start with that one first today. And let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with just $1 on second 12 and second column. And originally we did this with $10 on each. Let's go ahead and spin. And I'll share with you how the bankroll is going to change the game on this one today. And that's a loss. So when we lose with this system, we go up by 1 unit. So we'll just go from 1 to 2 and spin. And I think the times that this has lost is because the bankroll has not been big enough. But it did fantastic. Obviously won the bracket challenge. And you can see we started out with some losses. We'll add 1 more unit to each. With each loss, this has huge jackpot potential. But when it goes on a slow streak, you need the bankroll to support it. And that's a win right there. But you can see we're not in profit, so we keep the bet the same and spin. All right, we're just going to increase by a unit when we have losses. And that's a 00. That's another loss, so we're going to increase by another unit. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, obviously, the best thing that can happen here is if you hit the 14, 17, 20, or 23. Those are jackpot numbers. And with a larger bankroll relative to the starting bet, we're going to have a much greater chance to hit those. We got a win, but we're not in session profit, so we just rebet and spin and keep the bet the same. And here we go. That's a 20 black. And there's a jackpot right there of $16. You can see we're up $11 or 11 units now. Now we go back to 1 and 1 where we started. And let's go ahead and spin. And again, normally we start this with $10 bets and a $2,000 bankroll. And this one isn't going to have a bankroll that high, but it's going to be high enough that it makes a big difference in the amount of chances that you have to recover when things go poorly. So we're going to go to 2 and 2 now. We started at 1 and 1, and we're going up 1 with each loss. That's a 6 black. Okay, that's a loss, so we'll go up again. Okay, now we have 3 and 3, and you want to keep track of your session profit so that you reset when you get over that. And that's another loss. Let's go up by another unit. And again, using dollar units and the bankroll I'm about to suggest to you, you're going to have so many more chances to recover. And that's a 16 red. And that's a $4 win. We're up 3, but not in session profit, so we keep the bet the same at 4 and 4. Here we go. That's a 2 black. And that's a win, but we're not in session profits, which was over 11. So let's go ahead and rebet and spin. We'll keep the bet right where it is. That's a 15 black. Okay, that's a win. Now we're at 11, but we haven't achieved new session profits, so we'll stay at 4 and 4. That's a 23 red. Okay, now we have. That was a jackpot, 23. So now we're up $27 or 27 units. Now we go back to 1 and 1. Let's go ahead and spin. And I had said that originally we did this with $10 bets and a $2,000 bankroll. And I originally told you could do dollar bets and a $200 bankroll. I don't think that's enough if you want to just play over and over and over again and not lose. So what I'm suggesting today is that you use a much bigger bankroll in relation to the starting bet. And that is a loss. So we'll increase again from 3 and 3. Or to 3 and 3, and that's a $6 total bet. That's a 16 red. Okay, and that's a win, but we need to just rebet and spin. Got to keep track of that session profit and try to make it greater. That's a 6 black. Okay, we lost, so we're just going to increase again. So we'll go from 3 to 4. We're currently up 18 units. All right, let's go ahead and spin. Okay, that's a 32 red. That's a $4 win there. We're up 22 units now. We'll stay at 4 and 4 and spin. And the great thing about this system is that when you just play first and second dozen, you have no jackpot potential. But when you play second dozen and second column, you have huge jackpot potential because all the numbers that are included in both can be hit, and it will bring you right up from where you were. And that's a 29 black. That's a $5 win. We're up 19 units. We'll stay at 5 and 5. And you can either get a bunch of partial wins or you can get a jackpot before resetting. Either way works. And that's a 7 red. The cool thing is that all you have to do to get partial wins is hit one of the two. You either hit the second column or the second dozen. Either way, you're a winner. And that's a 30 red. That's a loss, so we'll increase. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Now we're at 7 and 7, 14 total. Okay, that's a 26 black. Okay, that's a good partial win of 7. We're up 4. Let's just rebet and spin. We're going to stay at 7 and 7. That's a 22 black. Okay, that's a win. We're up 11 units right now. Let's just rebet and spin until we get back in session profit. So you always want to keep track of that. And here we go. That's an 18 red. Okay, that's a win. And we're up 18 units now. We're going to stay at 7 and 7. Still trying to get back to establish new session profit, which is the highest level of profit while you're playing. And that's a $7 win. We're up $25 or 25 units. Let's go ahead and spin again. Here we go. That's a 31 black. And that's a loss, so we'll increase again. You always increase by 1, so it's always easy to remember what to do if you lose. You just add 1 more unit to each. And that's a 25 red. That's a loss. So let's go ahead and increase again. It's a lot easier to do 9 and 9 than 90 and 90. So again, we'll be going over that new bankroll here in a minute. But starting small and having a large bankroll is so key. And we're at 4 right now for the profit. So we're going to stay at 9 and 9 until we either get some partial wins or a jackpot. And there's another loss. And this is why this works so much better with smaller units and a larger bankroll in proportion to the starting bet, because if you get in a big slump, you won't lose your bankroll, and then you can climb right out of it with jackpot wins or a bunch of partial wins. Because you can see we have a bunch of losses in a row here, and if we were betting $10 units, we'd be at 110 each, $220 total bet right now. And you can see when the zeros start hitting like this, you need a large bankroll in proportion to your starting bet. And now we're at 12 and 12. So that'd be a $240 starting bet if we were at $10 units. Let's turn this thing around now that we have the bankroll to do so. But we lost again, and let's increase again. Now we're at 13 and 13. But a jackpot's going to really pay now that we're up to this level. That's a 26 black. Okay, we finally got a partial win, and we're at minus 67, so we stay at 13 and 13. And here we go. That's a 13 black. That's another $13 win, but you can see we're minus 54, so we stay at this level, and we can either hit a jackpot or get a bunch of partial wins, which all we have to do that is hit one of the two. Okay, there's another partial. We're at minus 41 right now. Let's rebet and spin. And let's see if we can work our way back up there and then hopefully get a jackpot. That's a 10 black. And we lost, so let's increase again. And we would be in big trouble if we were betting higher with the smaller bankroll, but with the dollar starting bet and a bankroll, which I'm going to recommend of $1,000, we're going to be just fine. And we just need to hit some jackpots now. But you don't have to. Again, you can just hit a bunch of partials. And all you have to do that is hit one of the two. So eventually you're going to go on a run and get a bunch of wins. But right now we're not. And we're at minus 125. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 4 black. And man, we're just going on a massive losing streak, but that's okay because we started out with dollar bets. We still have our bankroll. We'll check our balance after this one. That's a 1 red. And continuing to lose. So we're at minus 191 out of a $1,000 bankroll on dollar units. So we still have a lot more in there, but we need to start getting some wins. That's a 26 black. We finally got one. And now we're going to need some jackpots and or just a ton of partial wins. Let's see which happens first. That's a 30 red. That's another loss. I think we would have already lost our bankroll if we were doing $10 units and a $2,000 bankroll. Yes, we would have. So keep that in mind because I think we're going to be able to come back. Let's see if we can. That's a 3 red. And we just continue to lose. Normally when you have 24 numbers covered or close to that, obviously we don't have a full 24 because there's a little bit of overlap, but that's a 3 red there. We're losing almost every spin, which is crazy. So we're at 21 and 21, 42 total. Let's get a jackpot. Okay, finally we got a win at least. That's a partial win of 21. We're at minus 266. Let's bring this back. Here we go. That was just a crazy long losing streak. There's another win at 14 red. We got a jackpot. That's an $84 win. We're at minus 182. We keep the bet the same because we're not in session profit. We would have lost our bankroll if we were using the normal $10 units and $2,000 bankroll. Now let's increase again. So let's see if the worst case scenario we can pull ourselves out of with this change in bankroll and change in starting unit size. Okay, there's a $22 win. We're at minus 202.
No more bet.
Let's rebet and spin, and hopefully we can get another jackpot along the way. That's a 25 red. Well, we've had a lot of losses today, but let's keep going. Here we go. At least we have the bankroll, which we wouldn't have at the larger starting bet. And there's a win of at 22 black there. Okay, we're at minus 223. Let's go ahead and spin. But what this does is it keeps you in the game to where you can still fight back and when things go horribly wrong. And we definitely need that. We've lost, for having this many numbers covered, we have lost way more than we've won. And that's a 12 red. My goodness. Okay, so we're at minus 317 out of a $1,000 bankroll. Come on. That's a 25 red. I've never seen anything like this. We're at 26 and 26, 52. Here we go. It just keeps losing. My goodness. Let's see where we're at. Now we're at 27 and 27. We're at minus 419. All right, here we go. That's a 28 black. I'm not sure we're going to get any wins, but we're going to sure try. We're at 28 and 28 now. That's a 23 red. Okay, we finally got a jackpot of 112, so that's good. Let's see what we can get here. So we stay at the same bet because we're not in session profit. That's a 10 black. Okay, that's a loss. We'll keep increasing. We're at 29 and 29.
No more bet.
Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 34 red. That's a loss. Let's keep increasing. Now we're at 30.
No more bet.
All right, here we go. That's a 33 black. Okay, so here's what I'm going to propose. Since this is the worst losing streak I've ever seen, we've got half of our bankroll gone. We're going to increase these bets, and let's see if we can work our way back. We're going to start adding. Let's do $10 for each of the losses from here on out. So let's go ahead and spin, and we'll start adding 10 on there. That's a 7 red. Okay, so let's add 10. And we're just doing this because it's the only way to come back at this point. Okay,
No more bets.
let's go ahead and spin. See what we get here. That's a 20 black. That's a win. And that's a jackpot, $160 win. So we're at minus 435.
No
Let's
more
rebet and spin. Right here at $80. We're at 40 and 40, and that's a 14 red. That's a $160 win. We're at minus 275.
No more bets.
Let's rebet this again at 40 and 40. That's another win. 20 black. This is crazy. Okay, that's a 160 win. We're at minus 115.
No more bets.
And here we go. Oh my goodness, another win. 18 red, we'll take it. Not a jackpot, but I'll definitely take it. We're at minus 75 now. Let's
No more
rebet
bets.
and spin. That's a 2 black, that's a win. It's another $40 win. We're at minus 35. We're getting close to
No
being
more
back
bets.
in profit again. But I had to make that adjustment just because, and we only went up $10. But we had to make that adjustment because we had so many losses. And you have to make that decision for yourself if you want to do that. So we're going to add 10 to each now.
No
50
more
and
bets.
50. And I would recommend not doing this unless you have what the situation that we had where you can't really come back. That's a $50 win. We're at minus 65. We're going to rebet
more
and
bets.
spin at 50 each. And the cool thing is we have the ability to make that decision because we started with dollar bets. But if we started with $10 bets, we would not have had that. So let's add 10 to each now. And we're at 60
No
and
more
60. You can always start increasing your bets if you have extra bankroll. But if you start out with high bets and you run out of bankroll, what are you going to do then? So think about that as well. We're at minus 105. We're going to rebet
No
and
more
spin
bets.
for 60 and 60 here. Okay, that's a good one. 17 black. $240 win. Now we're in profit, up $135. So I had to make a little adjustment there at the end and get a little luck on our side. But I figured we were probably eventually due to hit some decent ones. If you're ever due when you're playing roulette, you never know for sure. But that sure worked out well. And remember, if you start out with bets small, and this would be dollar bets with a $1,000 bankroll, if things do go horribly wrong, you can raise the bets later because you have the bankroll to do so. But if you start with bets that are too high and you run out of bankroll quickly, what are you going to do then? So think about that. And now it is the time for the new roulette system of the day. This one looks fantastic, and this is from Blue Moon. Another great system. I can't wait to share it with you. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the six-pack attack by Blue Moon. He said this is even better than his 9th Street system. Let's find out. So we're going to place the bets first, and then I'm going to tell you why he does it this way. So here we go, and you're seeing a bunch of corner bets here. And he said what's really cool about this is you have half of the odd and even on each covered. We have half of 1 to 18, 19 to 36 of each. And the most important thing here is that the numbers on the roulette wheel are grouped together. They're not all separated out. So it gives you a really good coverage. And he says that he's tested this over and over. And now I'm going to share with you the progression and how he's using this to win money at the casino. So that's a $6 bet to start. Let's go ahead and spend. All right, 6-pack attack by Blue Moon. And that's an 18 red. Okay, that's a $3 win to start, and we're just going to rebet and
No
spin.
more bets.
And there's some similarities between this and his 9th Street system, which you'll see as we go through here. And that's a 14. That's a win. And we're up 6 now. Let's rebet and
No
spin.
more
He
bets.
also says every number in the second column is also covered in this, which is his favorite column to hit. And that's a 3 red. That's another win. Now we're up $9 or 9 units.
No more
All
bets.
right, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 32 red. Another win. Really good start for us. We're up 12 units.
No more
Once we
bets.
have a loss, I'll share with you what his progression is and how he deals with those losses. And that's a 28 black. And that's a loss. So we're going to keep the bet at 6.
No
We're
more
not going
bets.
to increase it. I'll tell you when we're going to increase it here in a moment. That's an 11 black. Okay, when we get a win after a loss, they're all going to go up. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to increase all of these. Okay, now we have a $12 bet. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 6 black. Okay, and we got the win. So we're going to stay right here and try to get more than one win. You can see we're at 15 units. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 29 black. Okay, we got another win. And he says as long as you're in session profit, you can restart. But he says otherwise go for 3 wins. So we're going to go ahead and restart now. We're going to go back to the original $6 bet. And spin. Here we go. That's a 7 red. Okay, that's a $3 win. We're up 24 units now. Let's rebet and spin again.
No more bets.
And he said this even outperformed his 9 street system because of the way that these are on the wheel. And Blue Moon does a lot of testing, and he said the test results were far superior on this one, even though he loves the 9 street system. We're up 27 units. Let's go ahead and spin, and here we go. That's a 0-0. We lost. We don't increase after a loss. We keep the bet the same. And the reason for that is because if you have a bunch of losses in a row, they're going to be at base level, and they're not going to be increasing bet size. Okay, we got a win after a loss. So now we're going to increase the bet from 6 to 12. All those went from 1 to 2. That's a 30 red. That's a win, but we're going to try to get more than one. We're up 30.
No more bets.
And if we can get in session profit, we'll restart. That's a 26 black. And it looks like 2 of them got us there. We're up 36, so we can restart back to 6 again.
No more bets.
And this is a $1,000 bankroll system, just like his 9 street system. And again, Blue Moon says, obviously it's amazing having all these numbers on the wheel and everything close together. And but the small starting bet with the large bankroll is the key. He says obviously you need a fantastic system, which we have here, but you also need a low starting bet with a bankroll that's proportionately higher than what you think. And that's a 16 red. We lost, so we keep the bet the same.
No more bets.
And spin. And then we'll increase it if we get a win after a loss. However, if we get a bunch of losses in a row, we won't lose a lot. You can see we lost 2 in a row there. Didn't really hurt us too bad because we didn't increase the bet. So here we go again. That's an 18 red. Okay, we got the win after a loss. So we're going to go ahead and double the bet now from 6 to 12. And we'll see if we need 2 wins or 3 here. And if we lose one of these, we'll stay the same. We got 1 win. We're going to go for 2 here.
No more bets.
We'll stay the same until we get a win after the loss, and I'll show you that coming up. That's a 24 black. Okay, we lost. So we're going to stay right here at 12. We're not going to go back to 6 until we get a win. That's a 36 red. We lost again, but guess what? We didn't increase the bet, so we're okay. We're going to stay right here at 12. Okay, that's a 4 black. We lost again, but guess what? We lost 3 in a row, but we did not increase the bet, so we didn't lose that much. Sure, we lost 12 units, but that could have been much, much higher if we were increasing. Okay, we got the win after all those losses. You can see it really took a toll on our bankroll. On our balance there, but that's okay. Now we're going to double the bet to 24. And let's try to get those 3 wins or whatever it takes to get to session profit. That's a 3 red. There's 1 of them. Okay, we're going to rebet and spin.
No more bets.
Here we go. That's a 20 black. Okay, that's another win. All right, let's rebet and spin.
No more bets.
See if we can get enough wins to get us back ahead again. That's an 8 black. And we got 3. If you're close to session profit and you get 3, he says to restart. So we're up 42 units. We're not going to be greedy. We're going to go back to 6.
No more
And
bets.
think about that. I mean, that's pretty good considering we're starting with dollar units. So let's be smart and restart. That's an 8 black. That's a win. We're at 45 units now.
No more bets.
Let's rebet and spin. And again, having the large bankroll in proportion to your starting bet gives you so much confidence. And even with the horrible scenario that happened earlier with the first system today,
No more bets.
we came back and won because we had the opportunity to increase the bets later because the bankroll was bigger in proportion to that starting bet. So keep that in mind. We're at 51 units now.
No more bets.
In fact, the bankroll in the first system was similar to what it would have been at that 10 times the starting bet that we started with. So then later we were able to actually increase it to that because we needed to get ahead. So we're going to keep the bet at 6 because we lost. And once we win, we'll go ahead and double that bet. That's a 5 red. Okay, and that's a win. So we won after a loss, so we're going to double the bet. And spin. And let's see if we can get some wins here. That's a 12 red. And that's a loss, so we'll stay at 12. And even if we get 5 or 6 losses in a row here, we're not going to be increasing the bet. So it won't hurt us that badly. And that's a 17 black. We got the win after the losses. So we're going to go ahead and double now from 12 to 24. And we have a $1,000 bankroll for dollar units. It's massive, I know. But that's what gives you that security blanket that feels good and gives you confidence. So let's rebet and spin again, then we'll see where our session profit levels are. That's a 00, and we lost that one, so we'll stay at 24. We're not going to go back to 6. We're not going to go up. When you lose, you just stay the same. That's an 18 red. Okay, we won after a loss, so we're going to double the bet. Okay, we're going to 48. I accidentally cleared it. So let me put those bets back out again. And let's see. We're at 48. So let's go ahead. I'll just put them out where they start at dollars and then double them up to that. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I think I got those wrong. Let me do that again. Because you don't want them overlapping. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're ready to spin. Here we go. That's a 33 black. Okay, we lost, so we stay at 48. You can see for the first time we're down, but that's not that big a deal considering we have a $1,000 bankroll for dollar units. All right, here we go. That's a 5 red. Okay, we got the win after a loss, so we're going to double the bet. And we can do that because we have $1,000 in there, and we're at $96 total bet now. That's a 15 black. And that's a win. So we got the, we're going to continue to try to get wins till we're in session profit. And actually, we are in session profit. So we don't even need to get 2. So we're up 66 units. We're going to go back to 6. So you don't have to get 3 wins, whatever it takes to get ahead. And that's when you want to reset, especially if the bets are high. And here we go. You don't want to have high bets too long. If you have the chance to lower them, go ahead and do so. Okay, that's a win, and we're up 69 units.
No more bets.
Let's rebet and spin, and let's see what we get here. That's a 22 black. Okay, that is a win. We're up 72 units now.
No more bets.
And I just love how these really small starting bet systems with bankrolls that are high in proportion to the starting bet do so much better. And when you do testing, and we're going to stay at 6 here because we lost. When you start testing things and you increase the percentage of bankroll to starting bet, you're going to notice a massive difference in your success rate. So we lost again. We're going to stay at 6. And even if we lose 10 in a row, we're only losing $6 each because we're not increasing on losses. That's a 29 black. Okay, we won. So we won after a loss, so we're going to double the bet. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 19 red. Okay, there's one win. Let's see if we can get two.
No more bets.
And here we go. That's a 21 red. And we lost, so we're going to stay at 12. We don't go back to 6.
No more bets.
We don't increase when we lose. We stay the same. That's a 6 black. Okay, we won after a loss, so we're going to double the bet from 12 to 24.
No more bets.
And spin. That's a 17 black. Okay, we got the win, so we're going to try to get more than one. Let's rebet, and all we need is one more win here. That's a 34 red. Okay, that's a win. So now we're up 87 units. That's fantastic. So let's go back to 6. And the only reason you would need 3 wins or more is if you had a bunch of losses before the win, but usually that's not the case. But if it is, not a big deal, because they were all lost at starting bet amounts. They weren't lost at increasing bet amounts. So that's a 26 black. Okay, we won after a loss, so let's double the bet.
No more bet.
And spin. That's an 8 black. Okay, we got it, and we're up 90.
No more bet.
Let's see if we can get 2 wins. And that's a 30 red. There's 2 wins, and now we're up 96 units. Let's go back to 6.
No more bet.
And here we go. That's a 7 red. Another win. We're getting close to 100 units of profit already. And again, it's a fantastic system, but it also helps to have the small starting bet with the $1,000 bankroll. It gives you confidence. And I think we just went over 100 units of profit. We're at 102 units right now. Wow, that's incredible. Just about 13 and a half minutes here, and that's a 25 red. Okay, that's a loss, so we stay at 6.
No more bets.
And I think this is a perfect combination between positive progression systems, which increase after wins, and negative progression systems that increase after losses. We got a win after the loss, so we double the bet, and let's spin. That's a 4 black. Okay, we lost, so we stay at 12. You don't go back to 6. You don't go up either. You stay the same when you lose. That's a 19 red. We got the win, and after the loss, so let's double the bet.
No more bet.
And spin. That's an 18 red. We got the win, and let's rebet and spin. Try to get 2 wins here. That's an 8 black. I think we got it. We did. That's awesome. So we're up 117 units, and we just ran out of time. Another unbelievable system from Blue Moon. Let me know which one you prefer best, his 9th Street system or this system with 24 numbers and corner bets. He said he prefers this one after all of his testing because of where the numbers are located on the roulette wheel, tightly grouped together. And again, it has amazing coverage of odd, even, black, red, high, low, all that good stuff as well. And yeah, I would love to hear from you. Remember to you can put it in the comments, or you can email me at roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's where you also want to send your systems. If you want to send a system like Blue Moon did today, send it to that email address, and I would love to test your system out on the channel in the search for the best roulette system possible each and every day. I hope you guys are enjoying the search with me, and let's keep growing this great community of people that love roulette. If you're enjoying the videos, please like, share, and subscribe. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.